We do the prayers. Almighty God, who in your wisdom and goodness have appointed the officers of leaders and county assemblies for the welfare of society and the just government of the people, we beseech you to behold with your abundant favors us, your servants, whom you have been pleased to call to the performance of this republic. Let your blessings descend upon us here assembled, and grant that we treat and consider all matters that shall come under our deliberations in so just and faithful a manner as to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the peace, prosperity, and the welfare of our country, and of those whose interest you have committed to our church. Amen. Table clerk.
Order of business, order number 1, administration of oath. Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Honorable members, this is a communication from the chair. Welcome address to the Special Envoy and high-level delegation on the Northeastern Kenya Advisory Initiative. Honorable members, it's my honor and privilege to officially welcome the Honorable Chamber to the Honorable Chamber, a distinguished delegation undertaking a high-level mission that marks a significant milestone in the ongoing efforts to secure peace, stability, and sustainable development in Northeastern Kenya. Honorable members, this afternoon, we are graced by the presence of Special Envoy of Northeastern Kenya Advisory Group, an initiative established under the Office of the President, whose mandate is to advance a renewed and coordinated commitment to the stabilization and long-term development of our region. We are equally honored to host His Excellency the Governor, whose leadership continues to drive local and national collaborations in pursuit of a more secure and prosperous future for our country. Honorable members, this high-level visit brings together the government of Kenya, represented through the Minister of Interior, alongside our key international partners, including the United Nations, the United Kingdom, the United States, and the European Union, all present at the heads of mission level. This coordinated engagement is anchored in a shared framework of cooperation that reflects the strength of strategic partnership and the enduring commitment to addressing complex challenges affecting our region. Honorable members, the delegation's visit is built upon the foundation laid by the transition paper for Northeast Kenya and Borderland Peace and Development Initiative, August 2022, as well as the strategic objectives set out in the Kenya Kwanza strategy for Northern Kenya. This work is further aligned with Kenya's vision of 2030 and national priorities under the stewardship of the Ministry of Interior. Honorable members, as we welcome this high-level delegation and reflect on the future of Northeastern Kenya, I draw your attention to the 5 strategic pillars that they will share with us in due course. These pillars are abstract policy concepts. They are concrete areas where our mandate, or your mandate as honorable members, must actively intersect through representation, oversight, and legislation. Let us examine them through the lenses of our parliamentary duty. Peace and security through inclusive, trust-building measures. This pillar calls upon us to represent our community's desire for security that respects local dynamics and dignity. Through legislation, we can strengthen county peace mechanisms and enact principles or policies that promote social cohesion. And through oversight, we must hold implementing agencies accountable to ensure interventions are fair, community-driven, and aligned with the constitutional safeguards. Number 2, education and youth opportunity. With a focus on equity and empowerment as representatives, we are the voice of a generation whose future depends on inclusive and quality education. Through legislation, we can create enabling frameworks for vocational training, bursary schemes, and digital literacy. Oversight empowers us as House to track educational resources allocation, monitor implementation, and ensure no child is left behind, regardless of location or background. Honorable members, number 3, inclusive economic development and infrastructure to improve service delivery and attract investment. In this space, our representation must push for equitable development that address regional disparities. Through legislative authority, we can drive local content policies, fair tendering, and fiscal incentives for private investment. Oversight ensures that infrastructure projects translate into real economic gains and reach the most marginalized parts, which are the wards that you represent. Climate resilience, drought response, promoting sustainable livelihoods and climate adaptation. We represent communities deeply affected by climate change. Our legislative role must support frameworks for water harvesting, rangeland management, and the emergency response. And through oversight, we must ensure that climate funds are utilized transparently and that resilience strategies are both practical and inclusive. The last but not the least, women's inclusion and empowerment. This is aimed at bridging the gap in access to leadership, education, and economic opportunities. True representation means advocating for the rights and dignity of women across all sectors. Legislation must eliminate barriers to gender equity and support women's economic participation and emancipation. Through oversight, we must ensure gender-responsive budgeting and accountability across all county departments that we oversight. Honorable members, these pillars are not isolated interventions. They are interlinked commitments that demand the full exercise of our constitutional mandate. Let us engage them not only as strategic objectives, but as instruments through which this House affirms its leadership, its vision, and responsibility to the people of northeastern Kenya. Honorable members, the Special Envoy, including the Resident Coordinator of Kenya, UN Kenya, Mr. Stephen Jackson, the High Commissioner UK, Mr. Neil Wigan, Mr. Mark Dillard, representing the US Embassy, and Harriet Geiger, the Ambassador EU, the Presidency, and the Ministry of Interior are as follows. Allow me to mention the names for the purpose of record. This is a House of Records. I've mentioned already, I said the UN represented by Stephen Jackson, Resident Coordinator, Lauren Landis, Country Director, WFP, LV Agunda, Project Manager, Promoting Peace Project, Abdullah Sheikh, Project Manager, UN, Neil Wagan, the UK, Neil Wagan, High Commission, Mahmoud Haji, Across Border Advisor, Ben Fisher, Head of ISF East Africa, Mark Dillard, Discharge Affairs. Ryan Dam, Executive Office, Harriet Geiger, Ambassador EU, Government of Kenya, Asaska Labarakwe, State Department for Migration and Citizenship Services, Ibrahim Rashid, NEDI Advisor, Bahati Karanga, Director NEDI, Harriet Chigai, Special Advisor on Women's Rights to the President, His Excellency William Ruto. Honorable members, I urge you to be fully engaged during this session. This is a momentous occasion that calls for the highest standard of decorum, attention, and respect. Let us extend our warmest hospitality as our culture to our esteemed guests and demonstrate the unity and professionalism that characterizes this House and reaffirm our collective resolve to build a peaceful and thriving Northern Kenya. To our distinguished visitors, we extend a heartfelt welcome. Your presence today reflects the shared commitment to the growth and stability of Northern Kenya, and we look forward to strengthening the partnership that will shape the future of our region. Thank you. I wish to invite the Governor, Your Excellency. Please allow the Governor to.
Honorable Speaker. The Honorable Speaker of the Garissa County Assembly, Your Excellencies, the British High Commissioner to Kenya, Your Excellency, the U.S. Charge d'Affaires, Your Excellency, the EU Ambassador to Kenya, Your Excellency, the UN Country Director, members of the County Assembly, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's with great honor and privilege that I make these remarks during this very, very important gathering. But before I proceed further, I wish to take this opportunity to welcome our distinguished guests to Garissa. I mentioned to you earlier today that your important visit will not have been complete without coming to this august house, our county assembly. We are particularly proud to host you in our newly completed assembly building, a symbol of our commitment to institutional growth, good governance, and transparency. Indeed, this new building does not only offer a dignified space for legislative work, but is a testament to the legacy of development and progress that we aspire for our people under the dawn of devolution. Your presence with us here today is not just a diplomatic courtesy. It is a powerful gesture of solidarity with the people of northern Kenya. It's a testament to the importance of collaboration between national leadership, international partners, and local governments, local county governments. We are truly grateful for your continued interest in the progress and the stability of Garissa. Garissa County is also strategically vital. We are the gateway to the northern Kenya region, the frontier of enormous untapped investment opportunities across all sectors. This includes a livestock sector ready for value addition, fertile plains waiting for large-scale farming and agribusiness, endless sunshine ideal for solar and renewable energy innovation, untouched landscapes perfect for ecotourism, and finally, or last but not least, natural resources that hint at promising huge mining future. These opportunities are real, but they remain underutilized because of one critical ingredient, which is water. As you have heard also from the Honorable Speaker, with targeted support and investment in water infrastructure, from dams to boreholes to irrigation and water harvesting, Garissa could unlock a new era of prosperity for Kenya's north and beyond. Security too remains a priority. As a county that shares a long and sensitive border with Somalia, we are at the front line of both risk and responsibility. But even in the face of these challenges, our people are still standing tall, collaborating with national agencies to build a safer, more stable region. Inclusivity drives our governance. We are deliberate in bringing on board our women, our youth, persons with disabilities, and marginalized groups in planning, decision-making, and implementation, because we know a future that leaves people behind is not a future at all. Your Excellencies, your missions, offices, and partnerships have long supported our development journey, and we are grateful. But today, we are calling for deeper engagement. Let us move from consultation to co-creation. And that indeed is the word I wish to underline, co-creation. Let us align international support with local priorities. Let us move faster together. Once again, thank you very much for believing in Garissa, for believing in the power of counties, and for believing in the frontier of possibility. As I said earlier this morning, Northeastern Province also stands for nothing except potential. And therefore, we want to say that Karibuni to the gateway of Northern Kenya, the frontier of opportunity. Asanteni sana. Thank you very much.
I will now allow, in the interest of time, definitely, I know we are pressed by time, the head of the delegation to say a word. Is there? Is there?
It's okay.
Honorable Speaker and members of the Assembly, His Excellency the Governor, ambassadors, senior officials from the Government of Kenya, distinguished guests, thank you very much for your hospitality today. I'm honored to be here representing the United States government and the international partners along with me, along with our delegation of senior Government of Kenya officials in pursuing this exploratory trip to Garissa and Northeast Kenya. As development partners to Kenya, we have remained committed to strengthening cooperation, as the Governor has just said, cooperation to address security and development challenges of Kenya's Northeast region and its borderland regions. This is to unlock the region's potential and make sure that no one is left behind. In this spirit, in 2022, the United Kingdom, the United States, the European Union, the World Bank, and the United Nations came together with the Ministry of the Arid and Semi-Arid Lands. We agreed to revitalize a common strategy at that time to deliver stability and sustainable development in the Northeast region, focusing on Mandera, Wajir, and Garissa. This visit is part of our commitment to the region and its security and development. We've had the chance to speak today with the executive, with members of civil society, and now with you, the County Assembly, on these twin goals of development and security, and they are indivisible as we see them. Because we see the borderland counties as areas of high importance to Kenya and its partners because of their geopolitical importance, their untapped resources and potential, and their key role in ensuring regional stability. As noted, we've developed a strategy over time, and we have put effort and resources behind that strategy. As of February 2025, the collective support to the objectives of peace and security, education, economic development, and resilience amount to, this is over the period 2017 to 25, amount to approximately US dollars 1.4 billion, or in Kenyan shillings, 188 billion Kenyan shillings. This amount represents a very considerable investment, financial, technical, and political. It also represents, we believe, a significant opportunity to coordinate, collaborate, and as His Excellency the Governor said, to co-create potential, explore the opportunities that are so present here. As one person today has said, in order for us to move the needle. We had a chance just before this session to speak with the Honorable Speaker and his delegation to hear about the legislative agenda that this Assembly has, to hear about some of the resource issues that the county government faces, and also to hear about the role of the Assembly in terms of representation of the people of Garissa and these larger objectives ranging from peace and security to development to resilience. We look forward to deepening the partnership that we are here today to talk about as we move forward into the future. Thank you very much.
Honorable members, in the interest of time, and after that very enriching engagement with our delegation, I wish to direct as follows. The remaining business in the order paper, which was We had on the order paper the Livestock Marketing Bill, number 5 of 2025, the Garissa County Marketing Bill, Livestock Marketing Bill, 5 of 2025, be deferred to tomorrow's sitting. And therefore, before the House adjourns, I would like to give the minority leader to say a word of thanks before we adjourn the House.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, Your Excellency the Governor of the delegation, Karibuni Sana. I think the two people in this room who can legally and by terrestrial jurisdiction can ask you, Karibuni, welcome home is me and the Governor, because I'm the host of the County Assembly, therefore you're my host. And the Governor as well, he was also elected from the county government. Mine is to thank you, all of you, for coming over. And I believe as a House, we do a lot of business for the people. But it seems members of the public and our regional allies, they are not aware of the kind of work we do. As much as we have a strong constitutional mandate on Article 195, Article 185, still you see, and you know, whenever you come aboard, the members of the media are very fond of you. And this is what we get the time to sell ourselves. Mine is to thank you again, and I know 110% the Governor was part of you asking, he was asking you to come over and pass, because these are very important section of the government. And if implementation will be done, it has to be done by the law, and the acts are made in this very House. Like I mentioned on Article 185, mine is to thank you and to ask you again, Karibuni Sana, welcome, this is your home. Asante. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable members, the House stands adjourned until tomorrow at 9:30.